For question 1, some economists argue that pure monopolists will purposely avoid the price-output combination that will maximize their profit. Explain with an example how this less than maximum profit behavior could be rational. My answer is avoid government intervention. Monopolists is a price maker. They can set prices for their products. If they set prices that are too high, most consumers can't afford to buy. This will cause social conflict, affect social stability, and avoid affecting society. In normal order, the government will take some intervention. Avoid attracting other firms into the market. Monopolists don't want other companies to be interested in the product they monopolize, so they will intentionally lower their prices.
Question 2 is about X inefficiency. This is the graph of X inefficiency. Generally, every firm always wants to maximize their profits by minimizing the production cost. X inefficiency occurs when the output is produced at a higher cost than the lowest possible average total cost. For example, in the graph, to produce output Q1, the firm needs an average total cost at point X, higher than the lower possible cost ATC1. Same for the output Q2. Instead of the lower cost ATC2, the firm produced output at higher cost, which is ATC X prime. The conclusion is producing at any point above the ATC curve reflects the inefficiency or bad management in the firm. Why X inefficiency occurs in monopoly? There are several reasons. First, the monopoly power. A monopoly faces little or no competition, so it is easy for the monopolist to make supernormal profits. As a result, they may not try very hard to control the cost. Next, state control. Some nationalized firms owned by the government are also monopoly. They may face little or no incentive to try and make a profit, so there will be less incentive to try and cut costs. Next, lack of motivation. Workers and managers may lack of motivation to work hard. For example, the poor industrial relations will cause the workers purposely take extra long breaks. Next, manager goals. Some managers will have some goals, which is for easier work time, or to avoid of business risk, or to give some jobs to their relatives that are not suitable to perform them. As a result, the firm will take a longer time or higher cost to produce the output.
Question 3. Consider the following situations and determine whether they exhibit simultaneous consumption, network effects, ad inefficiency, or rent-seeking behavior. Assume the business reference function as monopolies. For Part A, a pharmaceutical company discovers a vaccine for COVID-19. The company puts a significant effort into tests to get it approved by the Ministry of Health and into hiring lawyers to obtain a patent. My answer, rent-seeking behavior. The company has developed a vaccine for the COVID-19 and has been trying to get a patent for that. The patent means only this company will be allowed to sell, and in that case, the company will price it well above its cost. That will be like manipulating the society, which is nothing but the rent-seeking behavior. For B, an internet service provider adds thousands of new customers. My answer is network effect. The network effect is the scenario where an addition to the user base of product or service actually improves the overall ecosystem of the product or service by creating a positive externality. Internet rising user base means there will be more software, online service, and marketing opportunities. For C, the head of family-owned major hotel chain decides to hire his wife, socialite needs to work as an executive of the company after her university. My answer is at efficiency. This is the scenario where a firm operates in a less competitive market and it does not need to lower the cost or become an efficient player. The head of hotel chain has inducted his niece, who has no related to experience and not so competitive in management, indicates an efficiency scenario. For But lastly, an online profile company helps college and high school students from across the country to connect with each other. My answer is simultaneous consumption, where an online profile company is connecting college and high school students through a portal which is a single product and does not incur any extra distribution cost while providing this service. This is the case of simultaneous consumption, where a single product serve a large number of customers and there is no additional distribution cost.
Question 4. Are the pricing schemes below examples of price discrimination? Explain. A. Rewarding vouchers to Shopee customers. Yes, it is price discrimination because it changes according to different buyers with different prices. Rewarding vouchers are based on how much you purchase. For example, when you purchase more, they will give more rewarding vouchers and for sure you will get more discounts. Those who buy more will get more rewarding vouchers compared to those who buy less. B. Charging the same price for My Rapid Smart 30 monthly, regardless of how far or how frequent the customer is traveling. No, it is not price discrimination because the price charged for all customers are the same. It does not vary among different customers. C. Offering an orang kurang upaya (OKU) citizen discount at a restaurant. Yes, it is a price discrimination because the price offered to OKU is cheaper compared to those without discounts and not the same among all the customers. D. Paywall models as practiced by news publishers such as The Star Online and the New York Times often offer exclusive contents compared to the free version. Yes, it is. Paywall is a method of restricting access to online content via a paid subscription. They vary between customers, so those who subscribe will have more access to news compared to those who use free version.
For question 5, the question asks, why does price discrimination work in the sale of seats to children and adults at EPL games, but not to the sale of pie to children and adults at EPL games? Price discrimination only works under three conditions, which is the business has monopoly power, market segregation, and no resale of product. These three conditions are applied in the case of sales of seats, as the English Premier League is a monopoly market, market segregation to adult category and children category, and no resale of product, which is seat tickets, can be made. However, the sales of pie does not apply the third condition, as the children can easily pass the pie to adults who brought them to the games. Adults will use the opportunity to buy cheaper pie through the children and therefore undercut the price discrimination power.
Question 6. YouTube is an excellent example of a big company that uses big data analytics for targeted and advertising. The videos that you have watched or channel that you have subscribed will then be used to recommend channels and videos and trending videos that you might watch. This will in turn determine what kind of advertisements that will be shown to you. Discuss how your behavior in using YouTube allows for Google, the owner of YouTube, to increase their profit. So my answer, yes. YouTube is excellent when it comes to intelligent advertising. It sees the data that the viewers are interested and then use its platform to promote other sites of its own to do shopping related to that data from there. My experience says the same, that if my area of interest in watching is electronic, then electronic devices are shown in the advertisement on YouTube. Then when I see those ads, I click on it, and if I'm making a purchase, the owner of YouTube and Google get commission. In this way, owner earn large amount of profit on a daily basis because the user of YouTube is almost in the world. It is also differentiate the audience from countries to countries and target them personally by giving ads or things trending in that country and attract them. Also, it gives ads of the site owned by him and only, and then customers purchasing from that site give the owner 100% profit from that.